Welcome to this video on how to create, edit, and remove blocks. All blocks throughout the system are created, edited, and deleted the same way. They also store in the same locations. And this video is going to try to show you all how to work with all of the above. First, we start up by how to create a block. You can either create a block from the create a block text in the article where you want the content, or you can create it from the plus sign down in the structure field. Remember to have blocks selected, otherwise you'll try to import files and we don't want that. We'll do this from the article because that's the main way people use it. We press to create a new block. We get the certified or the accepted blocks for this page type available. In this case, I'll select the free text one column accordion item. I'll just add some text to it so we can do some. There we go. As you can see, I pasted in with formatting now. I'll just do a notepad. Add it again. There we go. And create. I've now created the accordion item and added it to the page, but it's stored in a special location. It's stored in for this page location. As you can see, free text one column accordion item is now added to this location. If I would have used the plus sign and maybe I would have marked the India under the to world section, which is the central storage location, the block will be stored in this location instead. So that's the two different versions of how to create content. If you're creating content, you can do it either by selecting a folder and clicking the plus sign, in which the block will be stored in that location, or you can click the create a new block in the article and it will be stored in for this page. I always recommend using for this page, with the exception that when you're going to reuse something many times. I don't have a good example for that, so therefore we always use for this page. Now let's edit the same block. And to edit a block, you can either double click it in the structure, or you can select it in the article where you added it and select edit, or you can do in the structure again, go to the hamburger menu, selecting edit, or again you can go down to the hamburger menu at the bottom of the field and select edit. The only feature you have to do is select the block you want to edit. Let's just double click on it, and as you can see, I'm in on page editing mode, selected by the page up here. I can change that to all properties and get direct access to the text, and I want to just add some text and publish it. If I want to do the same in on page editing, I just have to click the plus in the accordion item and go into the same field, delete the text that I added and click publish. And now that's how you edit a normal block. But blocks can also have two layers. The first layer is the one that you saw now. You edit the item and you get access to the content. But in some ways or some blocks you have two layers. I've created an example here, the contact accordion item. Let's just drag it in. As you can see now, I have access to the accordion. But if I edit the accordion, there's content in it, but the content is in a way of a block, a person block. I cannot edit this text directly. I have to go into layer 2, the next set, to edit it. It's the same process as for the first layer. It's just that in order to have design and information set up in a good way, we have to do it in this way. So now I can go in and edit the fields that I want in on page and in all properties mode. To make some changes, as usual, just add it, but remember you have to publish every layer that you do changes to. So if I go back to our home page just to show you, you can see that there are changes in it. Let's do a preview. The change that I added is now added to it, and the same for this. So let's do some rearranging. There are two things you can rearrange. You can rearrange the blocks in how they are presented by dragging them up and down in the field, or by clicking them and dragging the same up and down in the field. You can also rearrange or move the content from one folder to another by doing the exact same. You can drag and drop, drag them up to India. It will ask you if you're sure you want to move. I'll click yes. Or you can go and select the hamburger menu, select cut, go back to the folder where you were, select paste. Again, it will ask you if you're sure, click yes. And the last one that we have is delete. To delete a block, you first should remove it from where it is published. Otherwise, you will get an error message or an information message saying that it's used in a type of page, or in many pages, depending on how it's used. If you want to move it to trash anyway, the link will just be disabled, or if it's a manual link, it will just stop working. But the smart thing is to have a blank or a green line, as we say. I've removed it, and if I try to delete it now, it should be green. Yeah, no content uses this block. You can safely remove it. If you click move to trash, it's gone. And that's just about how you create, edit, and rearrange and delete all blocks in the entire system.